Come to that time. Might not look pretty, but it tastes great. This is Lizz's Ugly Bakery. This morning on tap is Alan's Cheesecake.
It is Alan's Cheesecake. Alan called the other day and said, hey, that Liz's Ugly Bakery, what are you going to do? And I said, what do you like? What's your favorite dessert? He said cheesecake, and boom, there you go. So this is called a mixed berry cheesecake, but I make the berry topping, but I also do a turtle topping.
What?
Turtle. So you have...
I'm lost.
Why they call it turtle, I have no idea, but it's caramel, it's chocolate sauce, and then it's also toasted pecans on top.
You ruined my cheesecake with that?
No, you have berries on yours because you wanted...
Thank you.
You wanted the fresh fruit.
I wanted some kind of fruit. I'm already going to do 20 burpees after this.
Well, that fruit that you got there, it's raspberries floating in jam. So.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
Thank you.
More sugar. There you go.
So much. Now, the way that she made this, the ingredients, everything is already on our blog at hisradio.com. Just look for Rob and Liz, and you'll see Liz's Ugly Bakery right there. What's it called? Alan's Cheesecake?
Yeah.
Just look for Alan's Cheesecake.
Mixed berry cheesecake, Alan's Cheesecake. Yes.
Alan's Cheesecake. Okay.
Yes.
So, we have an assessment for you. Our producers will start. Shall we start with Jake today?
Okay.
Jake.
Oh, what's up, y'all? So,
He's still eating.
I tasted it, and originally I meant to do just like one bite.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I ended up eating the whole thing, so it was bussin'.
It was what?
Bussin'.
Bussin'?
Yeah, it was bussin'.
Okay, I'm going to have to
There
look
you
that
go.
up.
That's a very good compliment for some food, because I ate the whole thing. I could not control myself.
I will tell you, he's like chill. He's like, I can't even sit up straight. I got to hold this microphone.
He grabbed the microphone and sat way back in his chair. He's like, yo. Okay.
That's a good sign.
Caitlin is our intern.
Yeah.
So welcome, Caitlin, to His Morning Crew. What do you think about the cheesecake?
Wow, I didn't realize I was in the presence of absolute talent. This was so good.
Can I take this
I
microphone
was
off
just
so I can
trying
drop
to
it?
take a bite to be polite, but it's gone.
Take a bite to be polite.
It is, right?
Listen to
It's
this.
kind of gone.
Dropping all the rhymes
right.
this morning. Ninja.
Yes, the cheesecake was very lovely. I
All right.
quite enjoyed it. I had both.
She did. She tried mixed berry and turtle. She wanted
Oh,
some of each.
okay.
I will say the berry is my favorite.
Is it really
the mix
more
of
than
the
the-
tart and the sweet?
Wow.
Oh, and that's a homemade little jelly thing I got going.
Okay.
Topping. All
So
right.
let me try a little bite.
I tried it. It was yummy.
Oh, my word. So silky and smooth and decadent. It's like my taste buds have just come to life. And the angels in heaven are now singing. This is just amazing. Oh. Thank you, Liz.
I love that.
Liz's Ugly Bakery and Alan's Cheesecake
Best day ever.
with turtles and fruit all over it. You can see the recipe. It's online. Just look for Rob and Liz, His Morning Crew. Another bite, please.
Rob and Liz.
His Morning Crew.
And we are about to get this day started the right way. Woo! All right, His Morning Crew with Rob and Liz. His radio.
Well,
I'm ready.
then enlighten me.
I'm ready.
Enlighten me.
No, you're going to enlighten us. You're
Me?
Gonna, yes.
All I'm talking about is a hack to have a flatter stomach. How's that going to make your day?
Absolutely.
Oh, that's exciting, huh?
Yes, it is.
It's hard work.
I can get
though.
it done in this morning, right?
Hard work, and there's like 4 things to do. I just read this the other day, and I went, okay, this might work because they talk about leg raises. So you do a lying leg raise. You do this every day, they say, and it will help you have a flatter stomach. So it's a lying leg raise, and then a side plank with a rotation. I know this is sounding very technical. The ab wheel. Remember the old-fashioned ab wheel?
Yes.
That's pretty hard to do. So you do that, and then you do one thing that I don't think a lot of people even know what this is,
All right.
a vacuum pose.
Do you just stand there in the middle of your living room on the carpet?
I think Ninja, one of our producers, knows how to do that.
Well, so I was thinking it's like you hold your arm out like you're going to vacuum, and you just kind of hold your arm
But how would that make a flatter stomach? I'm trying to see where you're going with it.
That's not how you do a vacuum pose.
Oh.
It's a nice
you
thought. It's a nice thought. Literally, you're bending over. It's a classic pose. If you remember old bodybuilders like Arnold, okay? I don't mean to call you old Arnold. I'm sorry. But you are. You in your 70s.
Yeah.
So anyway, so they would do this pose where they have their hands on their hips, and then they suck their stomach in really tight where you see the ribs. That's a vacuum pose. But they do it in exercise now where you bend over, you blow out all your air, and you suck in your stomach really tight and hold it for about 8 to 20 seconds.
That does not sound like an exercise, but I can see where it would be very difficult.
It's very difficult.
I like the way Ninja does it better.
Yeah, just kind of do it. So
Just vacuum
there's your
my carpet.
hack. Do that about 3 or 4 times each one of those, and then boom, you're supposedly supposed to have a flatter stomach. One thing they forgot.
What?
I didn't read anywhere that you're supposed to eat right. Hello. Add that to it, would you?
Rob and Liz.
His morning crew.
Wilson!
You all right?
Yeah, I know. Wilson from Castaway with Tom Hanks. You
Yeah.
know, the volleyball?
The volleyball.
Yeah, and he loses Wilson and he yells. I hope I didn't spoil that for anybody, but he yells after Wilson because that's been his only friend. He's been marooned on this deserted island for, I don't even know, 7 years.
I
something.
loved that movie. I
It's
really liked that movie with Tom Hanks. He was so good in it.
So good.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Wilson is up for auction. They're going to auction off Wilson.
Really?
Yes, with the simulated, handprint that's on the front of it from where he
Right.
cut his hand. And
How he made a face out of it.
exactly. So it's up for bid. They think it's going to go for like $50,000, maybe $60,000.
Really?
Yeah, it's a piece of memorabilia. People will pay some dime for memorabilia from some of their favorite
If it's the
movies.
real thing, if it's not like a knockoff.
Yeah, if they
Right?
made 12 of them, which they probably did have more than one for the movie, just in case.
Yeah,
Wilson
but some
deflated.
people make replicas and
Yeah.
say this is the real deal, and it's not.
Supposedly, this is the real thing, so maybe up to $60,000. It's around 50. I think last night when I checked at the very last minute, 54,000.
Oh, it's on auction now, so it's an
Yes.
online auction.
Yes, so you can go on, check it out, and the website actually has quite a bit of memorabilia that they have up for auction.
Yeah? How much did you bid on it?
Oh, I didn't.
Because it's
No.
over 50
I
grand.
can make my own.
Rob and Liz.
His morning crew.
I don't know if you get into it or not. I really don't. It's Rob and Liz, his morning crew on his radio. I think I just wear ugly sweaters anyway, and I don't know it.
I don't remember you wearing an ugly sweater. I love
Well,
ugly
good.
sweater season.
Good. Yeah, you do good. You get into Christmas and all that
Yeah,
stuff.
last year I did an ugly sweater, and I did Cindy Lou Who's hair and all that good
She
stuff.
did. Oh, I so
Totally.
remember that.
Yeah.
I so remember that. So now the ugly sweaters have come to a whole new level because this ugly sweater, I promise you, will help you with bad breath.
Which is so
If your
weird.
breath is just a little stale, this will help you with it.
Yeah, if you got stank breath, you can use the Orbit Gum Ugly Christmas sweater. It actually dispenses Orbit gum.
It's crazy. So if you can visualize in your mind what the logo of Orbit Gum looks like, the O is really unique. It's kind of multicolor. Well, the O is in the middle of the sweater. It looks like a plastic dispenser, and whenever your breath is a little, then you tap on your O,
Yeah.
and out comes a gum.
Yeah, and do you know that this sweater also has built-in mistletoe?
Yeah, it's in the back of it. I thought it was a hat at first when I saw it. It's not a hat.
No, it hangs over your head, but it gives you the mistletoe in case you ever need it.
Listen, if I had this sweater, I'd get rid of that.
Oh, I love that.
No, that thing would be, hitting you in the head all the time when you're walking around.
I think it's super cute. But I don't even know how much the thing is. Probably $40 or $50. But
Oh no, $800.
is it $800?
No,
absolutely not.
I can say anything. She'll believe me.
Rob and Liz.
His morning crew.
One of my favorite things is to walk along the shore and look for seashells. And then sometimes you'll come up on something really unexpected, just makes your day. His morning crew with Rob and Liz, his radio.
Like this one guy I just read about. He's walking along the beach and he comes up on a trash can that floated up on shore.
That is so weird.
You see the waves going and the trash can going just, in and out. He takes a picture of it and he goes up to it, and on the can itself, the trash can, it says it's the city of Myrtle Beach. It's got the emblem right there.
Oh, wow. Okay.
It's recycles only. City of Myrtle Beach.
Was it like just down the shore or up the shore? Where was it?
No, across the pond, Western Ireland, right on the coast.
Oh, that trash can went a long way.
It floated, it must have been for days, and that was 3,500 miles away on the coast of Ireland. They think, because he contacted the city, he goes, hey, found your trash can.
We've been looking for that thing.
It's right here in Ireland. It floated right to shore. Basically, what they think is that they usually, when a hurricane comes through, they get all the trash cans. They must have missed one.
Oh, yeah.
And this one, was so close to the shore that the wave took it and brought it to Ireland.
Well,
nice little trip.
If we want it back, then I will volunteer
To go get it?
Pick it up. You just let me know. I'll be at the airport. I'll go.
The catch is this.
What?
You have to get in it and float back.
Rob and Liz.
His morning crew.
Good to hear from Laurel this morning at 800-447-7234. Hi, Laurel.
I just wanted to give a shout out to my husband. Today is Veterans Day, and I wanted to tell him Happy Veterans Day, that I love him, and I'm so glad that he's home and we can celebrate a day like today together. I know he was driving on his way to work, and he always listens to your radio station.
What's his first name?
Mike.
Mike, thank you so much for your service of this country. We are so grateful for you.
And our first wedding anniversary, I was tying yellow ribbons on my Christmas tree because he was deployed in the Gulf War.
Oh, I could just see what you did with that ribbon around the tree. We're so grateful for your husband, Mike, and for you as well, because you had to do a lot of service too.
Yeah, absolutely. So if you are a veteran, you have a veteran in your family, we thank you. We honor you today. And also for the families, because we know the sacrifice that you made supporting that veteran as well.
Rob and Liz.
His morning crew.
This sweater, how would you describe this sweater?
It has built-in mittens.
That is nice because your hands will be warm.
Right. Mm-hmm. It's fairly small.
Very small.
And really only for a certain shape.
Yeah, the bucket that the chicken is in. They literally, KFC made a sweater for their bucket, for their chicken. Extra crispy, everything.
You want to know what the name of it is?
I don't know. What is it?
It is the finger-licking chicken mitten bucket hugger.
That's a mouthful.
Like, what? Are you going to go through the drive-thru and say all that?
Just give me the sweater for the bucket.
Exactly. That's the way I do it.
Man.
I don't... You can win it. You can go...
Oh, you have to win the thing?
I don't think you can buy it, but I know that they have a chance for you to possibly win this thing. Why? Why does your bucket o' chicken need a sweater?
Well,
it is cute, though.
It does have to get dressed up if you're going to bring it over to the Sunday school party, you know?
Yeah. And then the bucket, it could be super hot chicken, and so it's got the little gloves in there to keep your hands toasty and
especially
away from the
when
heat.
you're walking it from the car into the door. So when the small group at church gets together, you've got, hey, that's a great idea.
That certainly would be a conversation starter for sure.
You know what? I want to win this thing now.
Rob and Liz.
His morning crew.
The elf costume. I'm talking the one from the classic elf movie, Will Ferrell.
I love that movie.
Where he puts syrup all over his ketchup. The elf outfit that he wore in the movie just went for, you're not going to believe this, $300,000. Wow. I know, right?
Oh my God, $300,000. Oh my goodness.
In an auction, it's slightly below that, like by $4,000. So $296,000 some odd dollars.
I always wonder when people buy these things at auction, this memorabilia from movies, what are they going to do with it? Are they putting it in a museum? Are they putting it somewhere in their home, like in a shadow box? Or are they actually wearing the thing?
I'd wear it.
You would not.
Oh, yeah, I'd wear it.
Look, there is a costume shop just around the corner.
I would not
from
wear
us.
that. I'd wear this one.
You would wear this one.
I'd wear his.
Oh, his.
Yeah. I
Okay, so
wouldn't
I
wear a
can't-
knockoff. Are you kidding me?
I was going.
No.
Rob and Liz.
His morning crew.
I read something yesterday that my mind was blown just a little bit, that a lot of people have never left their state. Like they could be in their 30s, 40s, 50s, whatever, and they've never gone outside
20s for me.
Of the state. So you were how old?
About 21, 22, went and saw snow for the first time from Florida to Michigan.
So did you drive to Michigan just to see the snow?
Let me back up a little bit. First time out of the state was when I got married to Amy. Went from Florida to Gatlinburg, Tennessee, where we had our honeymoon.
Okay, so you were how old?
I was in my early 20s.
Wow.
Yeah.
And then on another trip, you went to see snow.
Went to see snow, yeah.
See, I was 5 weeks old when our family moved from Ohio to the South. And so I've never known not being in another state, kind of. And I guess that was my perspective when I saw this. But I will say it was 21 before I saw the ocean. Just a couple hours from the coast at that time. And I'd never seen the ocean
That's
before.
crazy.
Wild.
I know, right?
Yeah. So, but they say like 1 in 6 people have never been out of the state.
Out of their own state, huh?
Yeah.
I wonder when was the first time you ever got out of the state. Your first memory of actually leaving and going on this family trip.
And where'd you go?
At 800-447-7234. I will tell you, from Florida to going to the Smoky Mountains blew me away.
Oh, I'm sure. I mean, the landscape is 100% completely
I was
different.
in awe.
What
It
was the thing that
just,
stuck out?
The mountains stuck out to me. Because Florida's flat.
Oh, flat.
Completely flat. So it's palm trees and blue sky. And that's about it. Or rain in the afternoon. Every afternoon around 3 o'clock, it would rain.
Not normally something that happens in Gatlinburg.
But to see the mountains, it was just amazing.
I can see that. Just totally polar opposite.
Rob and Liz.
His morning crew.
So Liz tells us earlier, 1 out of 6 people have never left their state. Crazy, huh? Gets me thinking about the first time that you remember even leaving for a big trip that just went into another state. It's Rob and Liz, his morning crew, 800-447-7234. What about you, Gene?
Well, I was in foster care, and when I was about 6, we took a trip to Washington, D.C. One of their other foster children, his father was in military, and his mother had passed away. And he had some kind of a blood disorder and had to go to the hospital that's located in Washington, D.C. I can't think of the name of it. But we went to the Museum of Natural History. Now, the weird part about this, there is a big mammoth, woolly mammoth elephant inside that as soon as you walk in. And I asked my parents, I said, are we going to go see the big elephant? And we walked in, and there was this big, giant, woolly mammoth.
I know. It's still there, you know? Still there. So crazy. 800-447-7234.
Tara said, I moved a lot as a kid throughout the Southeast, but she said, just like me, that I never saw the beach till I was in my 20s. She said she didn't see the beach till she was 19. Here's the part that gets me. She texted and said, but we visited Charleston every single year.
And never went to see the
never
beach,
went
huh?
to the beach. So, wow. Okay, Spiro said, I moved from New York City to North Carolina when I was 5. When I was a kid, went out of state all the time. They played travel sports. And so he had seen every state along the East Coast by the time he was 10.
Get out, really, Sparrow.
That is very cool.
That is absolutely amazing. And here I am, an old guy, wanting to get an RV so I can do that. You do it by 10.